Hey, we got a good matchup here.
It is time for Texas high school football playoffs. Welcome, everybody, to Dave Campbell's Texan Live for this matchup. It's the 4A Division I by-district round between the Chapel Hill Bulldogs and the Vidor Pirates. Hello, everyone. I'm Logan Ward. Alongside me for the call tonight is Brett Sweeney, and we got a good matchup here today. It's the District 10 4A winner, Vidor Pirates, and the fourth place Chapel Hill Bulldogs out of the District 9 4A. Vidor comes into this game ranked number 10 in the state with an 8-1 record. Chapel Hill comes into the game 7-3, finished off in the District 9 4A as 3-3, which was good enough for the final seed in the playoffs. And we're going to get two different styles tonight on the field. Vidor, a wing T team. They're going to run the ball a lot. They've only thrown 25 times all season long. On the other side, on the Chapel Hill side, we're going to get a high-powered offense, a offense that likes to run, get out in space. And I'm excited. It's Texas high school football, baby.
It's going to be an exciting one tonight. I feel like that between the two teams, you've got, again, two different styles, and it's going to be interesting to see which team establishes themselves early. I think that's going to be a big key in this game. As you said, Vidor likes to run the ball a lot, so if they can play from ahead, then that's going to be an advantage for them. And Chapel Hill, on the other hand, is going to want to get out to a good start and force Vidor out of their game, maybe make them turn into a little bit more of a throwing team. So it's going to be interesting to see who is able to insert their will first.
So Vidor won the toss and deferred. Chapel Hill will get the ball to start off this game. It's a 7 p.m. kick. It's kind of a little bit of a drive for Chapel Hill fans. It's about a 3-hour and 15-minute drive from Tyler, where Chapel Hill calls home for Vidor. I think it's about an hour and a half from Vidor. So this has been a long day for the Bulldogs, but here we are getting ready to go. Vidor's going to be in all black pants, black top, and the black helmets, and Chapel Hill will be iced out in the white pants, white jerseys with the faded blue to white helmets. Back to receive for Chapel Hill is going to be number 16, Ricky Stewart. And we are ready to go, and we have open up play. Chapel Hill trying to make some space and couldn't find any room. That's going to be DJ Williams on the return for Chapel Hill. Gets the ball out to the 25-yard line, and this is where the Bulldogs will take over. The Bulldogs led out onto the field by freshman quarterback Demetrius Bribsman. He started halfway through the season. He came in halfway through the Palestine game, which was, I think, week 7, so he hasn't had a ton of starts here. He hands off to another freshman, Ricky Stewart. He's got a little bit of space. He's across the 35, still on his feet, and they're going to say he was out of bounds on the play. So good play there from the freshman, Ricky Stewart, good enough for a first down. So the freshman running back, freshman quarterback for Chapel Hill. And they pick up a first down. The ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line. Bribson rolling out to pass, throws it deep, past Solomon McFoy, and a little bit out in front. Ball hit the 20-yard line.
Just overthrew him. It's a good throw by Bribson, though.
Just a little out front of the outstretched arms of Solomon McFoy. And we'll bring up 2nd and 10 now. Bribson hands off, stretch far side. Ricky Stewart cuts up field, across the 40-yard line, and will be tripped up at the 42. Bring up about 3rd and 5. Chapel Hill will use a plethora of running backs as Samari Willis comes in for Ricky Stewart. And a big early 3rd down for Chapel Hill. The Vidor defense trying to hold on their first possession defensively. Brisbane rolling out, trying to find an open man, throws it way downfield. It's Austin Watkins, and it's incomplete, and there is a flag. I think there was a late hit on the quarterback.
Man, that could be a big penalty right there. Vidor had the drive stopped, and you're going to give Chapel Hill. Oh, they did.
Yeah,
they started pointing toward Chapel Hill there. I think he corrected it. So had them stopped, and now they're going to give Chapel Hill new life on this possession.
So first down for Chapel Hill after the penalty. And we've already seen 2 deep throws from Demetrius Brisbane trying to make a play downfield early in this game. And Chapel Hill will get the ball inside Vidor territory. Tyson Berry in motion. Little flip. He's going to bobble it and just he can't get on top of it, and Vidor's going to get it. Oh, they're going to say it's incomplete because it was a forward pitch.
Yeah. Good call there by the officials.
It was a forward pitch, so that's going to be incomplete. I guess he never had possession of the ball. Brisbane trying to find some space. Throws it, and Tyson Berry not in the areas. Wasn't looking for the ball.
Yeah,
3rd and 10.
They weren't on the same page there on that one. Not sure what happened, but just weren't synced.
Now a big 3rd down, second 3rd down for Chapel Hill on this drive. Brisbane back to pass, blitz coming. Brisbane steps up,
He's got some room.
has Deuce McGregor downfield and overthrows him.
Man,
Incomplete, and now we'll bring up 4th down.
Brisbane had some space. I thought he might take off with the ball, but chose to throw it. Just couldn't quite connect with McGregor.
So it's 4th down, and Chapel Hill looks like they're going to go for it here in kind of no man's land. Some confusion offensively. Play clock now at 17. And Brisbane's just going to try to punt it, and it is blocked. And Samari Willis falls on it, and there's where Vidor's going to take over. So a good defensive stand for the Vidor Pirates on the first possession after the penalty.
Yeah, if you're Vidor, you got to be thinking that was a great first possession on defense. Chapel Hill didn't do much besides that extra penalty there that they gave them, so we'll see what they do here on their first possession.
So here comes the Vidor offense, led onto the field by Elijah Simmons, their quarterback. They're going to be this wing T offense. There's going to be a lot of misdirection, getting up to the line of scrimmage quick. Handoff end around, and thrown down for a gain of 2 on the play is Christopher Dilly. So Vidor's going to give the ball to a lot of different running backs tonight. There'll be a lot of names called for this Vidor offense, and you never know where that ball's going. You know, these wing T teams, they're not great for a play-by-play guy. Got to try to figure out who has the ball.
Yeah, it's interesting here.
That handoff is the far side. Ricky Gale gets a nice play on 2nd down. We'll bring up 3rd and short.
And they're just looking to chip away little by little on each carry. Not in any kind of hurry. 4 yards at a time like we talked about before the game. That's all they need.
3rd down and 3. Ball came out. It's fumbled. And I think Vidor was able to fall back onto it. And I think they're going to stay no gain. So they're able to fall back onto the fumble. Bring up 4th down and 3. And they're going to punt.
So back-to-back turnover.
Vidor's going to punt. You got one man back, Solomon McFoy back to receive for Chapel Hill. This punt is a good one. It's going to hit at the 15 and bounce inside the 10, and what a punt there, and it's going to roll all the way to the 1-yard line.
You couldn't have done it any better than that, I don't think.
That's a great punt. Lance Beavers pins Chapel Hill at the 1-yard line. Chapel Hill's got a lot of work to do here on their second possession.
Yeah, Vidor, you see their guys getting down there, just letting it roll right to the inch line and is able to down it. It's a great job there. And Chapel Hill has their work cut out for them, starting on their own 1-yard line. We'll see if Coach Reardon and the offense can get going here on this second possession of the game.
Head coach Jeff Reardon in his third season as the head man at Chapel Hill. Of course, came from Crosby. Ricky Stewart trying to get out of the end zone, and they say he did. They say he was able to get out of the end zone. Forward progress. So going a little bit backwards. Now they're at the nose of the ball is pretty much touching the goal line at this point. This is probably a good time to mention Jordan Smith. He's the defensive tackle for this Vidor Pirates defense, and he makes a lot of plays. Bribson back to pass. Has Tyson Berry open, and he gets a first down and more
nice.
To the 15.
We'll give him a little breathing room. Nice job for Bribson to get it out quickly to Berry and let him make a play. Berry makes a couple of players miss and is able to pick up the first down.
Hand off Stewart. Stewart's got some speed. He's still on his feet and is taken down at the 25-yard line. Connor McKay there on the tackle for Vidor. So it's 1st and 10 now at the 25-yard line. Flip to Deuce McGregor.
He's got a little room.
Has some space. He's almost slung down, reverses field, still on his feet. McGregor crossed the 30-yard line and finally gets brought down at the 33. So a play that looked like it might have been going nowhere ends up gain of 8.
Yeah, Vidor thought they had him wrapped up, but Deuce is very, very tricky to get down and can easily break tackles and be gone in an instant. So good job by Vidor to keep him to a gain of manageable.
Bribson, quarterback keeper. Up the middle. Bribson's got some space. Bribson across the 50.
He's gone. He's
Bribson,
gone.
No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Chapel Hill.
What a run by the freshman. He's got that speed to the next level. Once he breaks through those first couple of levels, just no one was going to catch him. What a run.
The freshman quarterback. Brings the spark for Chapel Hill offense.
And that's what he can do. He has the ability to make that special play.
And Chapel Hill's lining up in a unique formation. And
it's like a swinging gate type formation.
And I think they're just going to call a timeout.
Well, they ran this last week and pitched it to the player on the right there, and he scored.
And they're going to just call a timeout here.
Yeah, there's some confusion. I don't think somebody got on. The coach is looking over. Maybe somebody didn't get on the field.
So they're going to just try to attempt the PAT. So that's Chapel Hill's first timeout of the game. That's Demetrius Bribson's 6th rushing touchdown on the year. That's exactly what Chapel Hill needed. Adolfo DeMaio on to attempt the point after. And bobbled snap. Deuce McGregor going to try to get in for 2. Reaches the ball out, and he's going to be short. They're going to mark him short. So
good try there by Deuce to make an effort to get in.
Little Tony Romo-esque. Couldn't
Yeah.
get into the
ball.
end zone.
Well, the ball rolled to him. It was interesting snap. The ball rolled right
and
to him.
Chapel Hill, 6-0 early here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
That touchdown was sponsored by C&A Lawn Care, Hector Garcia and Company. Need mowing, trimming, landscaping, edging, haul-offs, sod sales, or sod installations? Give Hector a call, 903-714-6075.
A 99-yard drive capped off by the 55-yard touchdown run from Demetrius Bribson gives Chapel Hill an early 6-0 lead. With 7:18 remaining in the first quarter.
It's a way to respond after Vidor pinned him deep. Chapel Hill was able to put some points on the board.
And this kick gets all the way inside the 10-yard line. Vidor's going to have to try to make something happen and can't. The Bulldog defense swarms.
Great coverage.
Able to get quite a bit of yards after where he picked it up, though.
And I like the way that kick it almost was almost so close to out of bounds, but it forced him to field it over there and kind of gave Vidor some troubles. By the time they picked it up, Chapel Hill had 4 or 5 guys around the returner. So great job by Vidor to get it out of there, but great job by the Bulldogs on coverage there.
So Vidor's going to come back out. They had to punt on their last possession. It's up the middle and short gain of 2 on the play. Lane Wilhelm. Wilhelm is their leading rusher. He's had 156 carries, and he will most likely eclipse 800 yards tonight as he came into the game with 793. Toss, far side. That's Ricky Gall. Ricky Gall there on the carry.
It's another 3rd and short here. We'll see if Vidor can convert this time. Last time Chapel Hill was able to stop their drive on a 3rd and short. So,
well, this is exactly what you want if you're Vidor. Short down, 3rd and short down situations. You like your chances in the offense. 3rd and 3, 6:14 and counting remaining in the first quarter. Hurries up to the line, a lot of misdirection. Ball's near side. Good enough for the first down is Christopher Dilly. First down, clock's rolling. Handoff, far side, it's Gall again, and gains a nice run there on first down, gain of about 5, brings up 2nd and 5.
And here's that, what we talked about, just chip away offense from Vidor. Several guys getting involved.
You know, and this offense can kind of lull the defense to sleep because they're doing the same thing over and over again. You just got to try to watch and see who has the ball. And
you have to stay at home, stay in your areas.
And you've seen a couple of times this season where you'll go out for a trick pass on one of these plays and it's wide open. This time, here's the pass, and he's not going to throw it. He's going to keep it on the feet. Across the 40-yard line is Simmons.
Thought you were going to
gets the 40-yard line.
Call that one kind of. Logan said going out for a pass, and then sure enough, Vidor rolls out for one. Didn't throw it, but that was what they were looking for.
Elijah Young was on the route. Didn't get the ball, but good enough for a Vidor first down. This Vidor offense trying to move the ball. They started at their own 14-yard line and just 3, 4 yards, 5 yards to carry, and this is where you're at. 1st and 10. Pitch far side. That's Gall again. Gain of 2. So Chapel Hill, this is actually the 4th wing T team that they've played. Earlier in the season at SFA, they played a Vidor district foe in Livingston, and Livingston is a wing team T, and then they play Palestine and Maybank, both in District 9 4A, that are this wing T as well. So this is not unfamiliar territory for Chapel Hill. The ball's loose. And Elijah Simmons able to dive back onto it. It was a close one there, but he was able to get on it.
Yeah, and this is where you want to be if you're Chapel Hill. You want to force Vidor into a 3rd and long. Now their little 4 and 5 yards is okay to give up. You just don't want to give up the big play here.
Third and 10. Simmons coming this way. Across the 40, and he's chopped down.
Nice
J.K.
tackle. Davis.
And that's only a gain of 2, so it's going to be 4th and 8. And the offense is going to stay out on the field for Vidor.
Interesting. In their own territory this early in the game on a 4th and long here. We'll see what Vidor has drawn up.
And Chapel Hill had to call a timeout. There was a substitution.
I believe that was going to be a toss punt, it looked like.
Yeah, I've seen them do that a couple of times this season.
Man.
But before they did that, Chapel Hill called a timeout. I think there was a substitution that looked to they're about to have too many men on the field. So Chapel Hill wisely calls the timeout, and we'll see what Vidor comes up with head coach Jeff Matthews, who, this is a little surreal, has been at Vidor. This is his 22nd season as the head coach of the Vidor Pirates. And this is their best record they've had since the 1960s. Stat courtesy of Jared Jones, one of our guys working with us here on the broadcast.
He's also doing stats for us tonight. So thanks for Jared to being here with us.
4th and 8. Vidor still lining up to go for it. And they're going to do the toss punt, and this one goes straight up in the air. And it hits at the 40 and rolls back towards that Chapel Hill side.
That's some nice golf backspin on that one. Right at the 40 and bounce backwards a few yards.
So Chapel Hill will take over at the 42-yard line. Up 6-0 with 3:07 remaining in the first quarter. And 1st and 10. Brisbane hands off DJ Williams on the stretch play, far side. He outruns one defender, gets across the 45, and he will be marked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Second and 5 now. The 3rd running back to touch the ball for Chapel Hill. It is again, handoff to Tyson Berry this time. Berry tries to find a little bit of a space, and he's actually going to go right back to the line to gain. So no gain there from Berry.
Yeah, nice.
We'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Nice job by Vidor to contain Berry. You don't want to let him get in open space, as we know he has dangerous speed.
3rd and 5. Chapel Hill's been in 3rd down often, but has usually been able to get out of it. Here's another stretch. DJ Williams tries to slip through a tackle, and he actually is going to lose yardage on the play.
Yeah,
Jarrett Odom makes the tackle.
He's going to lose about 1. It's going to put Chapel Hill in a 4th and 6, be forced to punt here.
So the punt team will come out for Chapel Hill. Good defensive stand by the Vidor Pirates.
We'll see Mr. Trevor Brooks's varsity debut here punting tonight.
Yeah, this is Brooks' first punt. He's also a freshman. And he will be doing the punting duties tonight for Chapel Hill. And this one is
nice.
A booming kick.
Nice punt.
hits around the 22-yard line and rolls out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 23, so a good punt there by the freshman. And look at that. The Vidor defense holds, gets the ball back. You talked about that toss punt. I've seen it multiple times that they do. They'll line up in that and just toss and get a short punt.
That's an interesting lineup. I don't know that I've seen that one before myself, personally. But for what they're doing, it works well with their offense.
Man in motion. Handoff. No, they're just going to keep it. Simmons going to keep it, and he is taken down, but not after a good gain.
Yeah, they're getting Chapel Hill to crash inside. It's allowing that outside run to be effective.
And Davion Ross on the tackle. You got to respect every single direction, though, with this wing tee. It's hard to determine where the ball's going, up the middle, on both sides.
Yeah, it's
where the guards are pulling.
It's hard even up here from above.
Little toss, and got a couple of able to get some room there is Dilly. He's been busy tonight. Now, Dilly came in on the game only with 12 carries. He's got about 5 of them tonight. They had one of their leading rushers, Weston Spalvato, who was injured a couple of weeks ago and is on the sideline in crutches. This time, the handoff's up the middle, gain of 2. That's Wilhelm on the carry. So for Vidor, they came in to this game 8-1, and their only loss, a 13-7 loss at Huffman Hargrave. We'll tell you a little bit more about that as we head to the second quarter. It's 6-0 Chapel Hill leads here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
Welsh Holdings and Investment Properties was founded by 3 Chapel Hill grads and a Chapel Hill dad, which specializes in rescuing older homes and breathing new life into them for another generation to enjoy. Using top quality materials and innovative remodeling designs, our rentals are in high demand. Check out our Facebook page for some of the amazing transformations WIP has completed. Welsh Holdings and Investment Properties, where we whip houses into modernized, desirable homes.
Handoff, and the Pirates still moving the ball. They gain 2 yards on the play. Wilhelm on the carry, and 3rd and 7 now. So starting the second quarter, it's a low-scoring 6-0 game. Vidor's kind of used to this. They've held 4 opponents to 7 points.
They're going
back to pass, trying to find some room. He's going to step up and run, and is not quite at the line to gain, but makes it a 4th and very manageable for this Pirate offense. It's going to be 4th and 2.
Yeah.
And I would imagine you go for it in this situation.
Yeah, I think so. With the way their offense is built, this is what they're built for, so I can't imagine them not going for it here. You don't want to punt back to Chapel Hill and let their offense back on the field. So big play right here on 4th.
4th and 2. Simmons has the edge, across the 50, inside Bulldog territory. Brought down at the 39-yard line of Chapel Hill, and that's obviously good enough for a first down as he was able to just get the edge. Looks like the corner wasn't really ready, wasn't out there.
Got to stay at home with these guys. If you're Chapel Hill, you can't cheat in. You've got to play your area.
A big first down for the Pirates inside Chapel Hill territory. His handoff goes nowhere. Met at the line of scrimmage, met by a bunch of Bulldogs. Brack Dyer in on the tackle as Gall gets another carry. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Simmons going to keep it, trying to find the edge, cuts back. Tackle made by Jatavian Watson. And he was able to bring him down, gain of 1. Now it's 3rd and 9.
It's another 3rd and long opportunity as Chapel Hill has a chance to put Vidor in a tough spot here if they can hold them to a short or no gain.
Third and 9. Rush up to the line. Simmons out to pass. He's got plenty of room. He is going to pass. And it's going to be incomplete. He had plenty of room out there, plenty of green grass to run, but he threw the ball. And
nice coverage there by J.K. Davis for Chapel Hill. I agree. I think the play was to run there. Look, I agree. Chapel Hill had the pass covered. There was quite a bit of room to run, so we'll see what they draw up here on a 4th and long.
So it's 4th and 9. We'll see if they decide to go for it here inside Chapel Hill territory, or they're going to do one of the pitch punts again. It doesn't look like that. They're going to hand off, and here's Simmons rolling out, trying to find some space, tries to make a play, and is brought down. Brack Dyer forces the turnover on downs.
The vacuum Brack Dyer leads the team in tackles this year, and that was a big tackle right there.
So the Chapel Hill offense comes back onto the field. Already up 6-0 with 9:05 remaining in the first half. It was a 99-yard drive that got Chapel Hill on the board. It was Demetrius Bribson's 6th rushing touchdown. And here's Bribson again. He's going to keep it up the middle. Bribson has a little bit of space across the 45-yard line and gets right about 10 yards, and that's going to be good enough for Chapel Hill first down.
As we've mentioned several times, that's Brisbane's game. He's got wheels for miles, and that's another gear once he gets going.
And out to the other freshman, Ricky Stewart stays on his feet, and not for long. Ooh. Stood up. Tate Artis stood up Stewart and just drove him back, gain of 1. But that could have been a lot worse. Great play defensively there by Artis.
Yeah, Artis, that was a great tackle. Stewart's a freshman, but he's a tough person to get down, so it's a nice tackle there by Artis.
2nd and 9. Bribson rolling out. This is run all the way. Trying to find the edge. Across the 50-yard line. He gets across the 45. And will be brought down, they'll say, at the...
It's going to be just short of the first down, looks like.
Yep, they're going to get a first down.
It's a good spot.
So they got to the 43. Now inside Vidor territory. Bribson now rolling out to his left, throwing it downfield, has Deuce McGregor and overthrows him. And that's something that Bribson's got to get better at as he progresses throughout his high school career. Luckily, he has 3 more years after this, but he's got to work on his accuracy with the football, throwing it downfield.
Yeah, he's got a good arm. He's just got to get work on that accuracy.
Yeah, he can throw it deep, but
when you're out throwing Deuce McGregor, which is a really tough thing to do, so just got to work on getting a little better touch on the ball.
2nd and 10. Brimson keeps it again up the middle, and this time Vidor is able to corral him. Gain of 3. A bunch of Pirates there on the tackle. 3rd and 7. Brisbane tops it, throws off the hand warmer, doesn't need it tonight. Supposed to only get down to about 60. Blitz coming. Brimson steps up, throws it downfield, and it is a little short and in and out of the hands of Dane Viadison.
Yeah, I think he might have also had room to run there. Surprised he didn't take off with it.
And Chapel Hill's going to punt. So this has been a defensive matchup to start the game. Another punt. See if Chapel Hill can pin back the Pirates this time. Short kick, and this one is going to be into the end zone.
We got a couple players getting a little extra.
It's going to be into the end zone for a touchback.
The refs will get that nipped up. We don't want to have anything.
So Vidor's going to take over at the 20-yard line after the ball rolled into the end zone. And this Chapel Hill defense has been out on the field for a while.
Yeah.
That's what Vidor can do to you.
Yeah, especially, Chapel Hill's drives, even when they're driving, they're a lot quicker. They move the ball down quickly, then get stopped. Vidor's, chipping away little by little by little.
And it's 7:24 remaining in the first half. Here in this by-district round, Simmons just pushes forward, gain of 2. The first time these two teams have met, and with the new districts and the new playoff alignments, these District 9-10 teams have played a lot. I mean, Chapel Hill's played Livingston twice in the last 2 years. Here's a handoff near side. And he's slung down, gain of about 1 on the play. Call there on the carry. Bring up 3rd and 7.
The clock continues to tick here. About to get close to 6 minutes left here in this half. So, be a big stop. See if anybody can get some more points on the board before this half ends.
Vidor taking their time. 15 on the play clock. Hurries up. Gets to the line of scrimmage. First time I think wide receiver's been out wide. They're throwing it downfield, and it's up in the air and incomplete. Falls innocently. Intended receivers Elijah Young, and he had Samari Willis and Solomon McFoy right there, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and the punt unit's going to come on.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to maybe line up in more of a traditional punt formation here on this punt.
That might have been the shortest Vidor possession all night.
It may be the shortest one. Like going forward, that was just pretty quick possession for them.
Lance Beaver kicks it off. Solomon McFoy's going to return it, and he's going to let it bounce inside the 40-yard line and mark down at the 39. That's where Chapel Hill's offense will take over, trying to extend their lead 6-0 our score with exactly 6 minutes remaining in the first half.
The longer we get in this game, the more important these drives are at getting points, because it seems like this is going to be a back and forth battle. These drives get bigger and bigger as we go.
Here's the offense. Bribson running on his left side. Has a little bit of a hole. Cross the 50. Bribson still on his feet. Cross the 40 and knocked out of bounds.
Nice run by Bribson. He's able to get outside, break a couple tackles, and still on his feet as he went out of bounds. It's a nice first play of this drive for Chapel Hill.
One play, and now Chapel Hill's inside Vidor territory. Bribson's going to hand off to Ricky Stewart up the middle. Stewart trying to keep his feet moving, and he's going to gain about 3 yards on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Chapel Hill hasn't, besides Bribson, they haven't had much success with the run at the middle, and I believe it's going to be because of Jordan Smith, the D tackle that you talked about earlier, Logan. He's a big presence inside.
Yeah, big presence, quick. Tyson Berry around the edge. He's going to fight for a couple of yards, and he's going to be taken down right at the 30-yard line, gain of 4. Bring up 3rd and 3. Vidor's done a really good job of not letting Chapel Hill's athletes get in space on the outside. And here it is, 3rd and 3. 5 minutes, counting. Bribson trying to find some room. Bribson, and he is cut down. What a play there.
Man, that's
Bryce DuBose comes in and makes a great tackle, gain of 2. We'll bring up 4th and 1, and Riverboat Reardon going to go for this one here.
Yeah, I imagine.
Bring up 4th and 2.
I imagine so. That was a tackle that saved the first down, most definitely there.
Yeah, great tackle there by DuBose. Bribson trying to find a little bit of space. He spins out of a tackle and gets the first down. He kind of ran a little nonchalantly when he got the ball.
It almost was like he was waiting for a block or something, kind of waiting for the hole to develop, and then kind of slipped through there.
But gains the first down.
And then the little spin there. That's dangerous right there in the middle of all those players.
1st and 10 at the 25. Bribson back to pass. Allen's right in his face. He got a man downfield. Tries to get it. Tyson Berry, touchdown.
What a throw by the freshman. Got that one on the money to Berry, and Berry was able to come down with the catch.
Bribson just steps up in the pocket like he did and throws on the run, just flicks it to his receiver, and they finally connect. It's Tyson Berry. 25-yard touchdown pass.
It's like they'll go ahead and try to go for 2 here and get back to a 2-touchdown lead.
And Reardon's going to call a timeout. He is not happy. Something happened. He was not happy with the play call or not happy with the way it was looking, and he called the timeout quickly before that snap went off.
He's had to burn his timeouts for some interesting things this first half. A couple times in some important spots, but places that you don't normally use your timeouts for, or like an extra point attempt here.
Testing.
So that's a 61-yard drive for Chapel Hill. 25-yard touchdown pass from Bribson to Tyson Berry. Berry's 6th touchdown reception on the year, and it's Bribson's 8th touchdown pass on the year. Gives Chapel Hill a 2-score lead here, and running in late is the holder. Adolfo Tamayo going to attempt the PAT.
It's like Trevor Brooks is going to be holding as well.
PAT up. Good. 13-0's our score. 4:07 remaining in the first half here in this bi-district round of the Texas High School playoffs. .407 remaining here in this first half. In this bi-district, we're in 4A Division I as Texas High School football playoffs started last night, and all around the state of Texas will be continuing tonight. And we'll be updating you on some scores later on as we look across the landscape of the Texas High School football playoffs. Adolfo Tamayo's kick, booted into the back of the end zone, and Vidor will take over at the 25-yard line. 4:07 down 13. The winner of this game will go on to play Brazosport and Wheatley winner. And right now it's Brazosport 14, Wheatley 0 with 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Vidor hurries up to the offensive line, and there it is. Another handoff up the middle. Surprise, surprise. Gets to the 29-yard line. Nice gain there on first down. Bring up 2nd and 6. One of the best runs of the night is far side. That's Dilly. Gets across the 40-yard line to the 44. They're actually going to mark him out of bounds at the 41. He stepped out of bounds. So the 41-yard line, good enough for a Pirate first down, and they're moving now with 3 minutes and 26 seconds. Clock is ticking. That's Gall with the handoff. Gain of 2 on the play, bring up 2nd and 8. Chapel Hill has no timeouts left, and that's going to be big here. Usually in these situations all season long, Coach Reardon has been calling timeouts to stop the clock, but you ain't got none, so you got to sit here and watch the clock burn as the pitch, and that one's bobbled, and falling down is Austin Rogers. And that's his first carry of the night, and that's a big loss on 3rd down. And see, this is where your timeouts come into play, because Coach Reardon usually would call a timeout here in the 3rd and 14, but now Vidor can just take time off the clock.
It'll be interesting to see if Vidor decides to just run and take more time off right here instead of throwing and trying to pick up the first down.
Yeah, I would imagine that that's the case. Vidor will receive the second half kickoff.
Because you don't want to give Chapel Hill too much time now. We've seen this season that they've been able to score in short bursts, but the less time they have the ball, the better they are, or better Vidor ends.
Man in motion, dropping back to pass, throwing it downfield, trying to find Rogers, and this one's picked off. Solomon McFoy across the 40, trying to stay on his feet. He does. He jumps over a defender. There is a flag on the play. I believe that's a flag.
Is it?
I couldn't tell if that was a flag.
You got some maybe debris on
Yeah, that's a flag over there on the far side.
Okay.
There's a flag. I think it will be a block in the back, but Chapel Hill will take possession. Solomon McFoy with the interception.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 44. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
So Chapel Hill will have possession after the INT from Solomon McFoy. I believe that's his 4th of the year.
It was in essence a punt for Vidor on 3rd down is basically what they did there. And so now Chapel Hill has a chance with just under 2 minutes to try to extend their lead.
Empty backfield. Bribson just trying to run up the middle. He has some space. Cross the 40. Bribson across midfield. 45 taken down. And the clock will stop as they move the chains. And then we'll continue. So a good play call there on first down from offensive coordinator Johnny Irvin for Chapel Hill. Gets the athlete in space.
He got everybody spread out with doing 5 wides and forcing Vidor to have to cover them, and left Bribson with a great matchup.
Bribson back to pass. Steps up, throws downfield into double coverage, and it's off the helmet and couldn't get it as Tyson Berry.
We're going to have a holding call back here in the backfield, I believe.
Holding, number 60 of the offense. 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
Jordan Smith was causing havoc in the backfield, and it forced Chapel Hill to pick up a hold there. Pablo Martinez with that penalty, trying to protect Brisbane.
So that's going to bring them back a lot.
Yeah, it's a big penalty.
Clock stops at minute 22. This is a handoff to Williams. And another penalty.
And there's a couple of penalties. don't know if it's for the same thing, but there's 2 flags tossed.
So Chapel Hill's going in the wrong direction. They got a great play on the first play, and since then have moved back.
Holding. Number 75 of the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
That's going to be Dylan Drummond, the right tackle. Call for the hold, and that's going to bring
Is that first
Chapel
and
Hill. It's going to be
30?
first and 30.
Ooh.
With a minute 13 remaining. Vidor still has all 3 timeouts, so that's going to play a factor here at the end of the first half.
At this point, maybe just
Yeah.
run a couple times and make Vidor either use a timeout or go to the half.
It doesn't look like they're going to. 58 seconds now in the first half. Clock is running. Bribson keeps it, finds a little bit of a crease across the 40, still on his feet, and chopped down at around the 47-yard line. And the clock still rolls as Chapel Hill was able to get 11 on the play. There's 30 seconds in this first half.
They'll have to snap it one more time here.
And just go to the end zone. We'll see if Bribson can get it there. He's got to step up in the pocket. Can't find a receiver, and he's taken down, and that should end the first half. Bunch of Pirates there on the tackle. And we will go into the halftime locker room. Chapel Hill holds a 13-0 lead over the number 10 team in the state, the Vidor Pirates. Vidor will receive the ball in the second half. And we'll be back for the second half here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. Welcome back to the second half of this Texas high school football playoff matchup. It's 4A Division I, and it's the bi-district round between the Chapel Hill Bulldogs and the number 10 Vidor Pirates. And it was Chapel Hill early in that first half. They're out to a 13-0 lead, courtesy of quarterback Demetrius Bribson. Chapel Hill got the scoring going with 7:18 remaining in the first quarter with a 99-yard drive, and it was capped off by a 55-yard touchdown run by the freshman Bribson to make it 6-0. But a lot of punts back and forth between the two teams, and it wasn't until 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the second quarter that it was a 61-yard drive, 25-yard touchdown pass from Bribson to Tyson Berry that gave Chapel Hill the 13-0 lead. Chapel Hill will kick off as Vidor deferred the first half, and they will get the ball to start the second. It's a run-heavy team for the Vidor Pirates. They have 5 different ball carriers today. And we're off for the second half. Tamayo's kick goes into the back of the end zone and will be a touchback. So Vidor and quarterback Elijah Simmons is going to go onto the field. He's ran the ball pretty well. He's been able to get to the edge a couple of times and make a play on the outside. He does have an interception on the night, but here's Vidor quickly to the line. Handoff up the middle and a gain of 1. Second and 9 now for the Pirates.
And the longer this game goes on with the score as it is, Vidor is going to have to be in a hurry. Now, we do know that they came from behind last week to actually get the district championship. So we know they can. We'll see what happens in the second half.
Handoff up the middle. He's slung down by Brack Dyer, but able to get a couple of yards on the play. That's Wilhelm on the carry, 3rd and 5. Yeah, Vidor last week played Lumberton for basically the district championship, and they were down 27-7 and came all the way back, scored 21 unanswered to get a 28-27 victory to win the District 10 4A championship. Swing toss. That's good enough for a first down. It's a good play there by Dilly. Ducks under a tackler and gets the first down and moves the chains. Dilly's not a big guy, but right there he just kind of ducked underneath the defender and was able to get a couple more yards off of that. For just now joining it, ball's out, ball still on the ground, and Chapel Hill recovered.
Wow, it's a big play right there for Chapel Hill.
Samari Willis comes up with the fumble recovery, and Chapel Hill will take over possession at the Vidor 40. Now, Vidor's kind of fumbled a couple of snaps here in this one. I think that's the 4th fumbled snap or handoff that they've had today. It's the first one that they got. I'm being corrected by our stats man, Jared Jones, as their 5th fumbled.
Yeah,
and the first one that they lost.
You fumble it enough times. Eventually, it's not going to go your way. And that time, it went Chapel Hill's way. So they're going to take over in Vidor territory here.
Bribson back on the field. Fake handoff, trying to throw it downfield. Yes, Amari Willis wide open, and he overthrows him.
Man,
wide open.
He's going to want that one back. Willis, there was nobody within 20 yards of Willis. I mean, he was wide open.
Chapel Hill ran that same play earlier in the year. Week 2 against Livingston, they ran that exact same play and were able to score on the touchdown. This time it's incomplete. Bribson's just been a little off throwing the ball tonight.
He got excited right there, just pumped up and just overthrew him.
2nd and 10. Bribson carry all the way. Finds a little bit of a crease and gets to the the 35-yard line. Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Bribson just, I mean, it didn't look like it a whole lot there, but he was able to gain 5 yards. Just so much of a good awareness to find the hole in his blockers.
Ricky Stewart, far side. And he trips on his own shoe there. I mean, there was nobody there. He just tripped.
The 40-yard line little arrow, I think he tripped over.
So loss of a yard. It's going to be 4th and 6.
That's a tough play for Chapel Hill because Stewart had some space. Probably could have picked up the first.
Fourth and 6. Brisbane back to pass, steps up, and he's taken down. Guess who? It's Jordan Smith.
That was a big play there by Vidor. Jordan Smith's been in Brisbane's face a lot tonight.
And Vidor takes over possession right where they lost the ball.
Wow.
So they just, offense comes on, offense comes off, and Vidor actually is going to have the ball at the 41-yard line. So act like nothing happened, just some time went off the clock.
Man, if you're Chapel Hill defense, you're like, come on, guys, give us a little more breather than this. They're right back on the field exactly where they were.
So the Pirates now back on the field, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Handoff and still on his feet. And this is going to be across the 50, 45, 40. And it's Dilly who's going to be pushed out of bounds by J.K. Davis.
Kind of got stuck down there in the kicker net. Was able to get up and out of there.
A big play by the Pirates caught the edge. Now inside Chapel Hill territory. This could be a big momentum swing in this ball game. 9:05 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Up to the line. We're going to go back to him. Gets on the outside. Another good gain there by Dilly. I mean, he's quick.
He's not real big, but he's definitely fast.
Deceptive speed. He doesn't look like he's going that fast, but man, he's covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time. And it looks like he's going to get a breather after those 2 runs. There's 7 yards on the carry. Vidor has it. 2nd and 3. Handoff. Wilhelm tripped up inside the 10, and we'll have it 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Big Mo kind of shifting towards the Pirates.
It's the deepest they've been in Chapel Hill territory tonight. We'll see if they can take advantage of it.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Wilhelm, another carry. They gain 6 on the play. Will bring up 2nd and goal from the 4. Little confusion defensively for Chapel Hill on their substitutions. Vidor doesn't care. Back up to the line of scrimmage. This is Simmons. Is he going to get in?
I think he did.
He did. Touchdown, Vidor. An impressive drive. 59 yards. It's a 4-yard touchdown run from Elijah Simmons. And we got a ball game here in Humble, Texas. Ryan Liu on to kick the PAT, the left-footed kicker. And that is no good. So it will be 6 points by the Vidor Pirates, but they move closer. 13-6, 7:32 remaining here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Here at Big Tex Homes, we are a real estate solution company committed to serving the needs of the people. We're here to help and solve all your real estate needs, whether that be buying, selling, foreclosure, tax lien, probate short sales, or maybe a landlord that doesn't know what to do with a property. If you need this help, call us today at 903-472-0220 or visit our website at www.bigtexhome.com.
Vidor moves closer. They're going to pooch kick. This one's caught around the 30-yard line, trying to find some space. It's the Chapel Hill returner, and he can't.
So Dylan Johnson on the return for Chapel Hill.
That's his first action of varsity action all year.
Yeah, I don't remember calling his name before this season, so.
You know, of course, they add a lot of kids to the rosters once you get to playoff time, but typically you don't see a lot of them playing. But there's Johnson. DJ Williams, far side, trying to make something happen, and he gets a couple yards on the stretch play. Gain of about 5.
It's a good pickup on first down for Williams. Now for Chapel Hill, you're looking to answer back from Vidor's drive. You had a touchdown pass, basically a wide open touchdown missed, and then ended up giving the ball back to them. So let's see if they respond here.
Brisbane trying to squeak through. Across the 40, still on his feet. Almost to midfield, and he'll be slung down at the 49-yard line. That's good enough for a Chapel Hill first down, and Brisbane with another carry.
Yeah, Brisbane, he's very tough to bring down when he keeps his legs moving, does a good job with that.
Week by week, you've seen him kind of get a little bit more comfortable with the offense. The throws just haven't been there today. Here's a little pass to Tyson Berry. He's trying to make some people miss, and the Vidor defense swarms there on the play.
Did you see who was out there?
Yeah.
On the tackles, Jordan Smith.
He made it
Tate
Ardennis.
He made it all the way to the outside. It's impressive.
Both of them there to make the tackle. Ardennis is the one that brings him down, but Smith is right there with them.
Just shows what kind of speed he's got.
Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12. Clock now at 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Blitz coming. Bribson up the middle. Bribson cross to 45. Gets down to the 43-yard line. Gets a little closer. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 now. Kevin Brooks is going to come in for his first action of the night.
Yeah, he's kind of been Chapel Hill's short yardage back this season. We'll see if he's in to block or he's going to get a touch.
Bribson, now for the first down and more. Still on his feet to the 35. That's a first down. Handoff Brooks on the stretch play. There's a penalty flag, and it looks like it's going to be a holding.
Yeah, it's coming right at Jordan Smith.
Yeah.
He's drawing
It's
all
a
kinds of
handful
penalties.
there.
Holding. Offense, number 66. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Yeah, and that's going to be Jalen Lofters, the center. Who just held the big man of Jordan Smith. And, you know, when you look at him, he's big, he's fast, he has quick hands. And here's an end around. Tyson Berry has some room. Tyson Berry crossed the 30. He's got some blockers inside the 20-yard line. Goes Tyson Berry on a huge play.
Wow, nice first and
20. It was
20
first
play.
and 20, and he got about 30 on the play.
Yeah.
26. So it's going to be first and 10.
First and 20. Let's just dial up an end around to Berry and let him make a play, and that's what he did. To Brooks this time.
And Brooks loses the football.
Looks like Vidor thinks they have it. They're going to say he's down.
Yeah, they'll say he's down. Brooks lost the ball, but ruled down.
So big break there for the Bulldogs.
This time it's Samari Willis.
He's going to be in.
And Samari Willis somehow just squeaks in. I thought he was out of bounds, and he just squeaks in for a Chapel Hill touchdown.
And he lost balance about the 7 or 8 yard line and just kind of backed his way in and kept his feet and was able to score. It's a big drive for the Bulldogs to answer Vidor's touchdown.
Samari Willis gets in. That's about an 18-yard touchdown run from Samari Willis. And Adolfo Tamayo's PAT is off the upright. No good. So Chapel Hill extends their lead. It's now 19-6 with 3:57 remaining in the third quarter. Chapel Hill 19, Vidor 6 here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
That touchdown was sponsored by C&A Lawn Care, Hector Garcia and Company. Need mowing, trimming, landscaping, edging, haul-offs, sod sales, or sod installations? Give Hector a call, 903-714-6075.
Aaron Murphy with Century 21 is on your team assisting with buying or selling a home. You can count on this math teacher to find the best deal and get the win. Call her for your real estate needs at 903-571-5882.
The 19-yard touchdown run from Samari Willis extends Chapel Hill's lead back to 13 after the missed PAT. This kick, the first one that's going to be returnable, and I mean, it hits right at the 1 yard line, and he stood up. That's Dilly, who goes nowhere.
Dakota Bonner there on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Nice play there to stick the returner.
So Vidor offense comes back on the field. Scored on their last possession. A 59-yard drive. They're trying to do the same here now with the ball spotted at the 20-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Gains about 3 yards on the carry. So the clock is running at 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. Chapel Hill up 2 scores.
That play
Handoff
stuffed.
going nowhere. Gain of about 2 on the play. That's Wilhelm on the carry. He's gone over 800 yards on the season tonight. Leads the team in touchdowns with 8 on the season.
It'll be a big play right here, 3rd and 6. Vidor just can't afford at this point to give the ball back to the Chapel Hill offense this quickly, so we'll see what they come up with.
Toss. Gilly, go back to the workhorse. He's met right at the line of scrimmage by Brack Dyer. They try to go back to Dilly, who's been their main guy here in the second half, and goes nowhere. Is now 4th and 5.
This is an interesting call. They've not brought in the punt. Oh, there they will. They will switch into the punt formation here.
And the punt team's going to come up. Vidor looking to punt here. And they will kick off. It will bounce. And Solomon McFoy hits its leg.
Wow, you got to get away.
Let's see. They got it. And Vidor got it.
Man, that's a big mistake there by McFoy. You either
McFoy just flipped field position for Vidor. I mean, that's essentially a 30-yard play.
Yeah, you basically you're going to pick that up or you're going to get away from it instead of doing that.
Anytime it bounces, you just got to get away from it, and especially when people are closing in. So Vidor gets the break that they needed, and here they are inside Chapel Hill territory with 1:56 remaining in the third quarter, 1st and 10. Handoff Wilhelm up the middle. Nice gain there on first down. Gain of about 5 on the play. Will bring up 2nd and 5.
Something else that's big there is Chapel Hill's defense is not allowed to take much of a breather. Thought they were going to get a break, and now they have to go right back on the field against this relentless Vidor run.
So we'll give you some score updates from this side of the bracket here with these two districts. So Vidor from District 10 4A and Chapel Hill from 9 4A as the handoff goes to Wilhelm again up the middle, gain of about 1. Palestine over Little Cypress Mauriceville 17-12 at the half. Lindale 28-19 over Lumberton with 3:51 remaining in the second quarter, and a big game here. The District 9 4A winner, the number 6 team in the state, Kilgore 23, Hargrave 20, with a minute 58 remaining in the second quarter.
All those games are close,
including this one.
Yeah, we've got 4 games, and they're all very close.
This game, we're almost to the fourth quarter, 50 seconds remaining in the third. Dilly, hands off, far side. Isaiah Brooks tried to make the tackle and couldn't, and that's good enough for a Pirate first down to the 29.
Another score that affects this game, the Brazosport is leading Wheatley 21-7. They're about to start the third quarter there because the winner of that game will play the winner of this game next week.
1st and 10, little misdirection. Dilly, he is stuck. Daniel Waddleton hit him immediately, but he still gains 2 yards, but a big hit by Waddleton, and it's 2nd and 8.
He went J.K. Davis on him on that hit. Davis known for his big hits this season, but that one was a great play by Waddleton.
Chapel Hill brings in an extra defensive lineman, takes off the safety. And here it is, Wilhelm up the middle, gain of 2. 3rd and 6.
That's going to end the quarter.
Wow, this is a fast-moving game. We only started an hour and a half ago, and here we are about to be into the fourth quarter. It's 19-6, our score as we head to the fourth here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
The light shines on local students making their mark.
We grind as brothers, and we won as brothers today.
We just have each other's backs no matter what.
See what it takes to be the best in class. High School Spotlight, Sunday on Valley Sports Southwest.
Don't wait on the sidelines watching other homeowners. Get in the game. Whether you're dreaming of buying a home or wanting to sell the one you have, the right coach will help you build a winning team. Start by giving your friendly and experienced East Texas Realtor a call today. I'm Brandy Messenbring with the Property Shop Group, eXp Realty, 214-394-9180.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
Start of the fourth quarter. Vidor quickly up to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 6. And Simmons going to keep it. He has a little bit of space. Simmons just shifty, and he's stuck, but good enough for the first down.
There's Davis, like I was mentioning.
That's Samari Willis. That's Samari Willis who laid the wood there. But that's good enough for a first down, so it doesn't matter.
Davis Willis. It was a nice stick, just not quite soon enough. Man.
So 19-6. Vidor trails by 2 scores, but knocking on the door again. Handoff Wilhelm. He's got some room. Slithers his way into the 15-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 14. And there is an injured Vidor player.
Timeout on the field.
We'll take a timeout here with them. You're watching Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Big Mike's Billiards, proud sponsor of Chapel Hill basketball. With 25 years experience in the pool table moving and service industry, Big Mike's strives to ensure complete satisfaction. The quality and care he and his team put into every move and every service call is the highest standard of service in the industry. Big Mike sells and services some of the best pool tables available today. He is an expert at caring for and moving any type of billiard table, whether it's across the room or across the country. At Big Mike's Billiards, no pool table repair job is too big or too small. Whether your table needs new cushions, felts, or to be professionally aligned and leveled, Big Mike is the guy to trust. Call Big Mike today at 903-842-4499.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
Injured player Elijah Young able to get off the field with his own power, and it's 2nd and 6. Handoff, and this one's almost blown up there, but Dilly able to make a play. Gets tackled at the 12-yard line. Gain of 2 will bring up 4th and 4. Big 4th down here. Oh, 3rd and 4, excuse me. Get a little bit ahead of myself. Ricky Gall comes up off the field limping for the Pirates.
I'll just flip somebody else in his place there and see if they can get the first here.
And in motion, Rogers, far side. Rogers gains 1 yard on the play.
Nice job by the Bulldogs to hold him to a short gain here. This is a big 4th right here.
Here it is, 4th and 3. Big play here. Ball spotted at the 11. Vidor needs this one. Man in motion, trying to draw him off sides. They go, and they're going to call a timeout. Vidor calls a timeout before the snap.
Timeout.
4th and 3.
That's their first charge timeout of the half.
So this one's big with 9:36 remaining in the game, down 2 scores. This is a big, big play right here. If you're Vidor, you're now battling the Bulldogs defense and the time. Down 2 scores. So Vidor came into this game number 10 in the state, 8-1. Their only loss against Huffman Hargrave, 13-7 2 weeks ago. Before that, they were undefeated at 7-0. Now, it's a little strange because they've had their bye week, but they also had a game canceled because of the weather in the Houston area when there was a bad storm coming in, and they had a game canceled. So they've only played 9 games to your typical 10 that the other teams have played. Here it is, 4th and 3. Handoff. Dilly gets the first down and more. Dilly balls out, and he's going to be picked up by Simmons. They'll say he was down before the ball was out.
Ooh.
And that was big.
Yeah, he was on. He hit the ground, and that's what caused the fumble. Good call by the officials there. Now we've got first and goal.
First
from
and
the two.
goal
Ooh.
from the 2. 9:20, clock's ticking. Simmons trying to get the edge. Does he get it? Touchdown, Vidor.
Yeah, he just was able to outrun Brooks to the edge there and dove for the pylon and got it. So Vidor is an extra point away from being down 6. See what's going on here. They're taking their time. Looks like they need to get some extra players on the field.
They're still waving. Trying to
Got
figure
down
it
to-
out. 9 seconds. Looks like they're going for 2 here.
Interesting call.
And they're going to throw the flag.
That's a delay of game.
Delay of
on the
game.
offense.
Coach Matthews trying to get a call a timeout, but just couldn't get there in time. I mean, they waited till the last second to try to call a timeout. So now the ball is going to be spotted at the 8-yard line, and they're going to try to kick the PAT, go for 1.
Yeah, they're signaling for 1. Not something you see a whole lot with a delay of game on a extra point attempt.
I think there was some confusion on the substitutions, and, you know, the injuries might have – they had 2 people that were injured on that possession for Vidor.
And they're close here.
And they're called another timeout.
Wow, that's huge there.
And Vidor has to call a timeout, and they're trying to see. Now they're going to call, say it's timeout for Vidor. So timeout.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah, especially with a team like Vidor, they run the ball a lot. Those timeouts are going to be really important coming down the stretch. Having to use a couple right here, kind of like Chapel Hill had to do the first half.
Yeah, so they'll have 2 timeouts remaining. 9-10 remaining in the ball game. It's now 19-12. With the PAT pending. And this PAT's big as well.
Yeah, it's they've had trouble with their kick the first time, so it'll be interesting to see if the kicker from a little farther back can convert the extra point here.
Left-footed kicker. And it is no good. I think he hooked it. So it is 19-12, 7-point game. We'll be right back here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Welsh Holdings and Investment Properties was founded by 3 Chapel Hill grads and a Chapel Hill dad, which specializes in rescuing older homes and breathing new life into them for another generation to enjoy. Using top quality materials and innovative remodeling designs, our rentals are in high demand. Check out our Facebook page for some of the amazing transformations WIP has completed. Welsh Holdings and Investment Properties, where we whip houses into modernized, desirable homes.
Vidor gonna pooch kick. It's Tyson Berry, catches it at the 15.
He's got some room.
Got some room on the far side. Tyson Berry trying to make a man miss. He slips a little bit. Just lost his footing and gets it to the 33-yard line. That's where Chapel Hill will take over with 9:03 remaining in the ball game.
It's pretty
up 7.
It's pretty close from where he tripped earlier.
Something over there, I guess, just doesn't like him.
Yeah. And here Chapel Hill comes back on the field, up 1 score. We'll see if they can answer the Vidor touchdown once again.
Bribson trying to find some space. Can't. Loss of the play. That tackle made by Seth Nunez.
Be interesting to see if Chapel Hill can get some of their playmakers involved. You haven't seen a lot of the 4 dynamic receivers that they have today, except maybe on a few end arounds and a couple of passes. We'll see if they can get them involved in this drive.
Gibson, handoff, goes to Samari Willis at the 30, still on his feet, gets tackled at the 30, gain 1. This Pirate defense showing up here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, didn't allow.
They're used to this.
Didn't allow Willis to get outside. They, had initial contact and then allowed the rest of their defense to kind of swarm on him and wrap him up, and not let him make any more yards. It's a big third down right here.
Third and 13. Brisbane trying to find some room.
He's got
Brisbane
space.
brought the 40, 50. Brisbane 40,
Can he go?
30, 20.
I don't think they're going to
10.
catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Demetrius Brisbane.
What a play by the freshman.
70 yards.
How about that for 3rd and 13 with the game
70
on the
yards.
line? Wow.
To the house.
Welcome to playoff football, Mr. Bribson.
Woo!
And the trouble with
Another
the snap.
again. Deuce McGregor trying to make something happen. He's drugged down, so point after no good. But the touchdown is 25-12, 7:41 remaining. We'll be right back here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Here at Big Tex Homes, we are a real estate solution company committed to serving the needs of the people. We're here to help and solve all your real estate needs, whether that be buying, selling, foreclosure, tax liens, probate, short sales, or maybe a landlord that doesn't know what to do with a property. If you need this help, call us today at 903-472-0220 or visit our website at www.bigtexhome.com.
That touchdown was sponsored by CNA Lawn Care, Hector Garcia and Company. Need mowing, trimming, landscaping, edging, haul-offs, sod sales, or sod installations? Give Hector a call, 903-714-6075.
70-yard touchdown run. Demetrius Brisbane, his second touchdown run of the night, gives Chapel Hill a 25-12 lead over the number 10 team in the state, the Vidor Pirates. 7:41 remaining in the ball game. Run up, catch it. This is Dilly trying to find some space. Gets it to the 30-yard line, tackled at the 30. And that's where Pirates will take over. Got some work to do with 7:36 remaining.
Yeah, this being down 2 scores now, they're going to have to speed up. They're still, a run-only team basically, so it's going to be interesting to see. These little short plays are great and all, but they're going to need to speed up their drives. They're not going to be able to take their time like they have been with only 7:36 left.
Here it is. Pitch. Dilly, nice gain on first down.
Brooks on the tackle.
You know, Isaiah Brooks has kind of struggled a little bit tonight with the trying to crash and then getting beat around the edge, but makes the tackle there, 2nd and 3. Simmons keeps the ball, far side, and he's taken down. Davion Ross on the tackle.
Yeah, McFoy over there to help him. That was a great job there. You know, these guys that play cornerback, you sure it's a little strange because they're not used to having to come up and play against this run. And so I'm sure it's an adjustment. They've done it several times this year, but it just is a different feel.
3rd and 7. Handoff, near side. That tackle is made by Devin Howland. Bryce DeBoos on the carry. Nice gain there on 3rd down. We'll bring up 4th and short. And, of course, they're going to have to go for it. And
it's almost a must right now at this point in the game.
You're down 2 scores, 2 timeouts left. You got to go for it in these situations. 4th and 3. Dilly gets the first down and more, almost to midfield. Gets tackled at the 48-yard line. Dilly with the nice play, and that's good for a Pirate. First down.
This clock continues to roll under 6 minutes to go now.
Handoff there to Gall, his first carry of the second half, gained them 2.
So he came off a little injured earlier. Good to see him back in the game.
That tackle was made by Davion Ross. He hadn't played a lot before this game. Here's Dilly again. He's still going. He has an offensive lineman pulling him. There is a flag. We'll see what they call.
It came from this side and the line. Judge here. Let's see what he's got to call.
So while we got a little break, update you on some scores at halftime. Lindale 28.
Penalty's going to be against Vidor.
And it's a sideline warning. Usually you can tell when every player on the offensive on the Vidor sideline steps back like 6 feet.
Yeah, like, oh, it's time to move backwards.
At halftime, Lindale 28, Lumberton 26, Kilgore 23, Hargrave 20, Palestine 17, Little Cypress Mauriceville 12.
So District 9 looking for the sweep
currently
there.
Holding sweep, but really close games across this district. Wilhelm gets the carry. He's going nowhere. LaDanian Mosley there on the tackle. I think Devlin Howland there as well. 3rd and 7. 5 minutes remaining. Here's a pass. It's behind the defense. Dilly got it across the 20-yard line. Tackled and pushed out of bounds at the 11.
J.K. Davis with a big hit on him out of bounds, and Dilly got up a little shaken up.
But that is a big play. Their first completion of the night. That's Simmons' 13th completion all year. And it's a big one. Knocking on the door of 1st and goal in the red zone now. This handoff there goes to, I don't even have him on the roster.
36.
36, don't have him on the roster that they provided for me, that Vidor gave me, so I apologize, but a nice run there by number 36.
Yeah, nice job for his first run of the night.
Here's a second. Gets to the 5. 4:25 remaining. This game's absolutely not over. There's still some time. Vidor has 2 timeouts left. Now it's third and 3. You still can get a first down. Get to the 2 and you get a first down. Here it is. It is near side. Tries to find the edge.
He does.
Got it. Touchdown. Bryce DeBose moves Vidor 1 score closer. 4 minutes exactly remaining. Vidor answers.
So now we have a 7-point game. Looks like they're gonna go for 2 here.
They're lining up as if they are. Here it is, 2-point conversion. And he's wide open, Simmons to the edge. Got it.
So Vidor now.
Now it's a 5-point game.
5-point game, 4 minutes to go.
25-20, 4 minutes remaining. We got a ball game here in Humble.
Aaron Murphy with Century 21 is on your team assisting with buying or selling a home. You can count on this math teacher to find the best deal and get the win. Call her for your real estate needs at 903-571-5882.
The light shines on local students making their mark.
We grind as brothers, and we won as brothers today.
We just have each other's back no matter what.
See what it takes to be the best in class. High School Spotlight, Sunday on Valley Sports Southwest.
Onside kick, Drew Harmon for Chapel Hill gets it. A surprise onside kick.
Nice hands by Harmon.
And Harmon is able to get it, and now Chapel Hill has the ball at the 49-yard line.
Chapel Hill had their hands guys out there. You had a lot of small numbers out there, so they were ready. Well coached by Coach Reardon in his 3rd year at Chapel Hill.
3:57. Chapel Hill with all 3 timeouts left. Vidor has 2. 5-point game.
It's like DJ Williams will be in it back alongside Ribson here.
DJ Williams gets the handoff.
And look who it is again. That man
Jordan
again.
Smith.
He is everywhere tonight.
Loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14. Chapel Hill's content with wasting as much time as they can. A first down would be big.
You'd like to see here, if you're the Bulldogs, you try to cut into this. Maybe about get half of this on this play, give you a decent 3rd down chance.
Brisbane keeps it, trying to find some space. He can't find anywhere to go.
They're
Men at the
all
line
over
of
him.
scrimmage. It's 3rd down, and Vidor's going to take a timeout. 3rd and 14. 3:03 remaining in the ball game. We'll take a timeout with them. You're watching Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Don't wait on the sidelines watching other homeowners. Get in the game. Whether you're dreaming of buying a home or wanting to sell the one you have, the right coach will help you build a winning team. Start by giving your friendly and experienced East Texas Realtor a call today. I'm Brandy Messenbring with the Property Shop Group, eXp Realty. 214-394-9180.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
This is Texas high school football playoffs. 3rd and 14. 3 minutes remaining. McFoy on the end around, and he's tripped up.
He had room too.
Jordan Smith.
Man. Just, he's been everywhere. It seems like there's 2 of him out there on defense.
And right now, the offense is on the field, but I can't imagine that you go for it here with 4th and 14.
Unless you're just going to let it run down and they're just going to.
Vidor's going to be content with keeping their. They have no timeouts left.
Yeah, I think they had burned 2 earlier in the half, and they hadn't marked it on the board.
So no timeouts for Vidor. And Coach Reardon's going to call his first. It's going to be 2:13 remaining, and the punt team's going to come back on. This is the playoffs.
Yeah, if you're Chapel Hill, you almost have to punt it and say, hey, Vidor, with your run offense, no timeouts, can you drive the ball and score with 2:13 left?
It's a big thing, though. Remember, we got Chapel Hill as freshman punter Trevor Brooks in his first varsity action here tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what you can't ask for better than this. 2:13 remaining. Close game. Opening round of the playoffs. You got the 1 seed Vidor, the 4 seed Chapel Hill.
And it doesn't matter how many points you win by. Just advance.
Just get it. And here it is. Punt team on. For Chapel Hill, you can hear the crowd. Brooks, this punt is high in the air.
It's not a good one there. Takes a pretty good, sideways bounce basically.
And it'll be at the 40-yard line. The Pirates 40 with 2:03 remaining. Chapel Hill defense got to come up big. Vidor offense trying to score another one. They've scored 20 in the second half. They've outscored Chapel Hill 20-12 here in the second half. Last week against Lumberton, came back from down 21. Back to pass, trying to find the man. He's got him across the 50. Inside Chapel Hill territory. Out of bounds, clock stops, 1:57.
As we said, they're mostly a run team, but then when you do that so much, it's going to free up those little kind of plays. And they're going to need a couple of those to move the ball down.
And you got to time. That's a free time out there. You get out of bounds, have time to set up your play.
And if you don't complete it, it still kills the clock. So a smart play there by the Vidor offensive staff.
There's Dilly, far side, trying to find the edge. He does. Gets out of bounds.
And that's going to be a
and
late hit.
there's going to be a late hit. That's 15 yards.
Yeah, it's not a smart move there. I believe that's on Davis. So you're going to tack on 15 more yards of that. That's going to put Vidor somewhere around the 25-yard line.
They're right at the 25. 1:50 remaining. No timeouts for Vidor. They get up to the line of scrimmage. Simmons back to pass. Again, incomplete. Ran that same play again.
Yeah, the intended target was Root there on the play.
Clock stops, only 3 seconds off the clock on that play. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, plenty of time at this point now. The ball this close to the end zone. And really any plays in the playbook are available.
Yeah, that 2-point conversion was big. Simmons back to pass again, trying to find some room. Can't. Jatavian Watson brings him down. No gain.
That's a big play for Chapel Hill now. It's going to force Vidor. Now the clock won't stop. They're out of timeouts, and it's going to be a third and looks like 11.
Third and 11. Loss of 1. Got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly. Clock is running. 1:25 on the clock. Another pass. Trying to find some space. Throws it up.
And
incomplete.
So we got
and there's a flag on the far side. There's 2 flags. There's one on the far side near the Chapel Hill bench, and then there's one right at the 20-yard line.
Can't imagine.
Let's see what this is. They're gonna.
If it's gonna be on.
Reardon is saying decline it. So yeah, that's gonna be on Vidor.
Illegal man downfield.
That's one of their first penalties. Vidor hasn't been called for many penalties. There really haven't been any penalties tonight. It's their first penalty of the night.
It just shows how disciplined and well coached.
On offense, they've had a couple on defense, but on offense, that's their first penalty.
Yeah, they're very well disciplined. I've been very impressed with. They stick with what they know. They're good at their system.
All right, here's the ball game. 4th and 11. 1:15 remaining. Back to pass. Trying to find it over the middle, and it is intercepted. Samari Willis intercepts it. 107. It's Simmons' second pick of the day.
Nice job by Willis.
Just comes up and makes the interception.
The senior with a big play to ice the game.
And that's going to do it. 107 remaining. And Chapel Hill should just be content. No timeouts for Vidor. Right now it looks like Chapel Hill will survive and advance.
And that's all you ask for.
Bribson out to take a knee. You're going to have to take a couple of them. And they take a knee. Under a minute. Clock rolls. You'll need a couple more. There's another kneel, and that will do it. That's going to be it. Chapel Hill will move on to the second round of the playoffs. They defeat the number 10 team in the state, 25-20.
Looks like Brazosport right now is ahead of Wheatley, 42-27. So that will be the opponent for the Bulldogs next week if Brazosport was to hang on. That's 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
So Chapel Hill survives. 13-0 was the halftime lead. Vidor outscored them 20-12 in the second half. But they advance. And for the second year in a row, Chapel Hill knocks off the District 10 4A winner in the first round.
They like that 4-1 matchup, I guess, Logan. It's been a good matchup for Chapel Hill.
It was a lot of Demetrius Bribson. He had a heck of a game rushing. 55-yard touchdown run, a 70-yard touchdown run. He also had one through the air, a 25-yard touchdown pass from Bribson to Barry. For Vidor, it was all second half work for him.
Yeah, he's one of those players you can tell he's going to be very special. He's special already, but as he grows into the position, there was a couple of plays that could have put some distance between Chapel Hill and Vidor. The touchdown pass that he overthrew in the second half, those kind of plays will come to him. But very impressive that he's able to make plays with his legs right now, and yeah, it's just basically he's going to make plays with his legs, and the passing will come. He has 3 years to work on that. So, with this group of players, he's got Stewart also in the backfield with him. I mean, it's just he's got lots of talent to work with. So, I expect big things from Chapel this season and the next few seasons to come.
So that'll do it. Chapel Hill advances to the second round of the playoffs with a 25-20 victory over Vidor. For Logan Ward, Brett Swinney, you've been listening and watching Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
Welsh Holdings and Investment Properties was founded by three Chapel Hill grads and a Chapel Hill dad, which specializes in rescuing older homes and breathing new life into them for another generation to enjoy. Using top quality materials and innovative remodeling designs, our rentals are in high demand. Check out our Facebook page for some of the amazing transformations WIP has completed. Welsh Holdings and Investment Properties, where we whip houses into modernized, desirable homes.
Here at Big Tex Homes, we are a real estate solution company committed to serving the needs of the people. We're here to help and solve all your real estate needs, whether that be buying, selling, foreclosure, tax liens, probate short sales, or maybe a landlord that doesn't know what to do with a property. If you need this help, call us today at 903-472-0220 or visit our website at www.bigtexhome.com.
That touchdown was sponsored by CNA Lawn Care, Hector Garcia and Company. Need mowing, trimming, landscaping, edging, haul-offs, sod sales, or sod installations? Give Hector a call, 903-714-6075.
Aaron Murphy with Century 21 is on your team assisting with buying or selling a home. You can count on this math teacher to find the best deal and get the win. Call her for your real estate needs at 903-571-5882.
The light shines on local students making their mark.
We grind as brothers, and we won as brothers today.
We just have each other's back no matter what.
See what it takes to be the best in class. High School Spotlight, Sunday on Valley Sports Southwest.
Don't wait on the sidelines watching other homeowners. Get in the game. Whether you're dreaming of buying a home or wanting to sell the one you have, the right coach will help you build a winning team. Start by giving your friendly and experienced East Texas Realtor a call today. I'm Brandy Messenbring with the Property Shop Group, eXp Realty, 214-394-9180.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
Big Mike's Billiards, proud sponsor of Chapel Hill basketball. With 25 years experience in the pool table moving and service industry, Big Mike's strives to ensure complete satisfaction. The quality and care he and his team put into every move and every service call is the highest standard of service in the industry. Big Mike sells and services some of the best pool tables available today. He is an expert at caring for and moving any type of billiard table, whether it's across the room or across the country. At Big Mike's Billiards, no pool table repair job is too big or too small. Whether your table needs new cushions, felts, or to be professionally aligned and leveled, Big Mike is the guy to trust. Call Big Mike today at 903-842-4499.